I mean, there are so many startups. You talk about Silicon Valley, and then you talk about the startups that are coming out from around the world. Now, India has got about more than 52,000 startups, I think, in the last 7 to 8 years. There is this phenomenal wave of people beginning to appreciate what this world means. The investment in India from VCs, PEs, from the investment world, it's beginning to mature. If you take US, the investment and this whole startup world, the Silicon Valley formation started as early as the late 70s, early 80s. Intel was one of the companies that really spawned a lot of ideas and processes and methodologies for not only for startups, but also for the big investors. Big names came out of Intel, and this whole ecosystem started kind of becoming successful by a positive, what I would call as a positive self-circulating effect. And this is 40 years old in US, and it's a much more mature system. While in India, we are probably, in terms of this VC, with this ecosystem, we are probably less than 10 years old. And it's obviously a very, very young system. And today in India, you see a lot of fintech startups, you see a lot of e-commerce startups, and it is natural that fintech e-commerce, which tend to be more B2C, are the kind of startups that attract the investors. But maybe I'm biased or not, I come from a deep tech background, and I believe that for a nation's economy, a nation's success, progress in deep tech, as we call it, in science, engineering type of approaches, applications, is absolutely fundamental for the success of the nation, because they lay the foundation for the future. In a situation like that, the question is, do we have enough deep tech startups in India? Do we have enough interest from the investing community in deep tech startups? Do we have a mature ecosystem to support the deep tech startups? And is that ecosystem different from what is required to support fintech, e-commerce, et cetera, et cetera? The answer is, some of the answers are, at least these are the viewpoints that we hold. There is an increasing number of deep tech startups coming out of India. As you know, I mean, Indians are outstanding when it comes to a lot of the technology related issues they achieve. I mean, if you look at US, so many engineers, so many doctors, and even, so many entrepreneurs are out there achieving great success and results. So there is no dearth of talent. The infrastructure in India has been improving over the years. We have seen it, grow tremendously, and we may not be where we want to be, but we definitely are making progress. Maybe people can complain that the progress is slow, but definitely there is progress, something that people like us, we have seen it over the last 4 decades. The next thing is, there is interest in deep tech. Startups are are being created. Youngsters, people who are graduating, even experienced people, are jumping in and creating these startups. So it is important to understand and evaluate whether the ecosystem exists, the proper ecosystem exists for supporting these startups, and how should it look like. Then only we'll be able to judge where we are today.